This is a fairly direct quest line in regards of what to do. However, the plot line in the story leaves us with a lot of questions. Why is a honorable warrior of the land of reeds a bloody finger hunter? Why does Yura hunt down the bloody fingers in the first place instead of the other invaders like the dishonorable recusants of the volcano manor? Who is Eleonora, and how did Yura come to know this assassin? You'll first encounter Yura camped close to the seaside ruins under a stone archway overlooking Agheel Lake.
Ah, you must be the new Tarnished. You do well to steer clear of Agheel Lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake.
Once you've killed the dragon, return to Yura. He'll have additional dialogue that directs you to the Church of Dragon Communion in Limgrave.
Beautiful work, felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back, it's used in Dragon Communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast. You must not forget, though, those who partake in Dragon Communion will one day shed their humanity. Their hunger for dragon, their yearning, only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment. The strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that Dragon Communion is ruinous.
You can summon Yura to help you fight off the dragon if needed. If he is summoned, after the battle, he'll have some special dialogue.
There you are. That was my first dragon hunt in quite some time. Paired up with a hothead like you, it was just like old times.
This line of speech, he directly states that he had fought dragons with another person. The next portion of the quest, you'll run back into Yura in a ravine leading northeast from Agheel Lake. You'll travel the ravine and will be invaded by bloody-fingered Nerijus. During the encounter, Yura will automatically be summoned to assist with the fight.
If it isn't Nerijus, the bloody finger, the end is nigh. For you and your cessblood.
Nerijus drops the deadly Reduvia dagger after the battle, and you'll be able to have a conversation with Yura in the underpass north of the fight.
Ah, we meet again. To have fought Nerijus and lived, you must have seen your share of battle. I am Yura, as you might recall, hunter of bloody fingers, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood, zealots who stalk their own. If you stay the path, you are certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade.
In your travels, Yura can be found at the Academy of Rhea Lucaria near the Academy Gates site of Grace as a red summon sign. To get this location, you'll have to hijack the Rhea Lucaria entrance key from the sleeping dragon on the west side of the swamp, west of the castle. Once you've arrived at the Academy Gate site of Grace, accept the red summon sign and you'll assist Yura in killing Bloody Finger Ravenmount. After defeating the Ravenmount Assassin, you can converse with Yura near the site of Grace.
Wretched worms, leave me be. I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora, Violet Bloody Finger. Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all Bloody Fingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation.
This is a very important story point here, because this is where he first mentions Violet Bloody Finger Eleonora. This conversation shows that Yura likely knows Eleonora differently as just another Bloody Finger to hunt, since he describes her as a proud knight. When compared on how he speaks distastefully of other Bloody Fingers like Nerijus and Ravenmount, he definitively holds her in a higher regard. Within the Atlas Plateau, among the ruins of the Second Church of America, you'll come across Yura on the verge of death.
Eleonora, it seems I am no match for you, but I've learned a thing or two myself. You see, I've sliced the finger off. Please, Eleonora, Yield to the cesspool no longer. Do not stain the immaculacy of your sword, your flesh, your fire.
This shows that Yura was indeed a bloody finger at one point himself. The main viewpoint was that all bloody fingers have the capabilities of being driven mad by cessblood, which seems like some sort of bloodlust induced by the Formless Mother, an outer god that Moog is devoted to. After his death, Eleonora will invade, and this will not be your typical invader encounter. What sets Eleonora apart from other bloody finger invaders is that she is the only bloody finger who fights using dragon incantations. Another focus point is that the armor set that she wears is the Dragon Knight set instead of the standard bloody finger sets like the Sanguine Noble or the War Surgeon. After her death, you'll receive Eleonora's pole blade, in which the item description states that it is the twin naginata forged in the land of reeds. This heavily implies that it was given to her by Yura. Not only that, within its item description, it formulates that she received it long before becoming a bloody finger. You'll also receive the Purifying Crystal tier, which is a crucial item in your fight with Moog later on in the game. The final part of Yura's quest is a bit ambiguous to say the least. When traveling within the mountaintops of the giants, you'll run into a newly resurrected Yura, for some reason calling himself Shabriri.
Finally, we meet the Tarnished, who would be Lord. Oh my, why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate, for he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that. Chosen, tarnished, and would-be lord, descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world.
If being an agent of chaos isn't your style, you can defeat him and retrieve Yura's complete Ronin samurai armor set. It's definitely intriguing that his armor description reads, "The man once known as Yura kept a woman in the deepest reaches of his heart." From what we've seen in this tale of camaraderie and betrayal, we can assume that Eleonora was a Drake Knight from birth, and her main purpose in life was to hunt down dragons. During her journey, she meets and hunts dragons with Yura. This is also where Yura likely learned of the Dragon Communion. Their bond of friendship seems to be strengthening so much that Yura gives her a weapon forged from his homeland. Over time, though, Eleonora goes mad with bloodlust after consuming too many dragon hearts, eventually leading her to severing ties with Yura and becoming a bloody finger. After the betrayal, Yard takes his blade to seek revenge on the bloody fingers due to this travesty. So what do you think about this lore breakdown? How was the walkthrough? Subscribe, like, and comment down below, and let me know what you think. It helps out the channel and it keeps the content rolling. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.